Thank you guys for coming back. You know I love to see you. This is Gene Loves Plants. Before we start, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you tell a friend. This week, we're going to be talking about calcium oxalate crystals and extrafloral nectaries. Well, if you didn't know, now you do. There are many philodendrons that are actually toxic to animals, to babies, and to humans. A lot of philodendrons have something called calcium oxalate crystals. And the way that these can harm a human, an animal, or a baby, even though a baby is a little human, is by actually rubbing on that leaf or eating it, or the stem. You see those like bristly little things on the petioles? Well, those things will release calcium oxalate crystals. When any part of these plants is chewed and or swallowed, the crystals stab the sensitive parts of your tongue, your gums, and your throat, creating a sensation of biting into glass. If your child, your animal, or yourself find yourself in this situation, well, just wipe out your mouth, get that residue out, get yourself a popsicle or something cool to eat, and immediately go to the emergency room. Nausea and vomiting, pain on swallowing, redness, swelling, pain, and burning of the eyes, and possible corneal damage. Swelling of the mouth and tongue could be possible results of messing with calcium oxalate. Next, we're going to talk about extrafloral nectaries. You know when your plant like secretes those little, it looks like water almost, right? But if you take your finger and you kind of, put your fingers together like I'm doing in this video, you'll see that it's sticky. Well, this is like sugar that the plant secretes to attract bugs, right? This is what I love about nature, is that like, I need this from you, you need this from me, let's work together so that we can grow and be fruitful. Well, how does this all work, you may ask? Well, let's use ants for the example. The sugary substance that your philodendron will secrete actually is sugar. It's a sugary, nectary type thing. That's why it's called extrafloral nectaries. Well, the ants love this. So they will take that substance from the philodendron, and the philodendron in turn will obtain all the nutrients it needs from the ant's nest. This substance is rich in carbohydrates, and it will attract ants and other arthropods, which in return protect the plant. See, a delicate dance. It's a very delicate but necessary dance. Fun fact, that nectar actually is super sweet. I've tried it. But before you go licking the sap off of philodendrons, do your due diligence, and like I always say, research which plants you can take that nectar from and which plants you can't. Or you can just take my word for it. I took my life in my own hands and I tasted it, and it was actually sweet. Now, just a heads up, on some of your leaves, you might see some brown spots, right? You may think, my plant is about to die, but it's not. This is completely natural. Another fun fact, extrafloral nectaries can be found in over 90 families of flowering plants and ferns, mostly tropical, which is why you'll find it in most of your houseplants. So that's it for this week, guys. Thank you for stopping by. See you next week on Gene Loves Plants.